I'm David Alvaro for Pharma's Almanac, here again at INTERPHEX 2025 with Brian Crawford, Vice President of Operations for Asahi Kasei Bioprocess. Brian, how's the show going for you so far?
Oh, it's been excellent. We brought a lot of our technical team, engineers, project managers, product managers, because there's just so much to see in terms of new components, developments, and things that we could use to integrate into our equipment and ultimately into the customer's process. So yeah, it's been excellent.
Yeah, so I know you have a couple of new recent product launches that are around oligonucleotide manufacturing. I wonder if you could tell me a little bit about both the need you perceive customers having and how your solutions are helping with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So oligonucleotides has been a big focus market for us for probably about 20 years, but really blowing up over the last 7 years. And we're seeing demand for more capacity, more production output. And we don't want to mess around with what's worked for our equipment. We've kind of developed the best-in-class columns, and so how can we enable our customers to manufacture more in the same amount of time, or with fewer resources, or with higher yield or higher purity? So really tweaks to existing products. So the first was what we call the Thesis ACS Ergo, and so this was an ergonomic enhancement to our columns that are very well entrained in the industry. So trying to cut down the turnover time. So take something that used to take maybe 3 or 4 operators, the better part of a day, 6 hours, to bring down to 1 operator and maybe a 1 to 2 hour operation. So really it's the turnover time, capturing the solid phase after production, and then getting it ready for the next batch. So really cutting that down. And then the next one was to combine 2 unit operations, so cleavage and deprotection. So the synthesis chain has been completed on the column, and now we need to capture it off of the solid support, deprotect it, and get it ready for purification. Those are traditionally 2 separated unit operations, and cleavage and deprotection was often done kind of manually or semi-automated. So we saw the opportunity to bring those 2 together into a single system, saving floor space, less operator handling, easier operator training, and then just think of like the cost of ownership, one system instead of 2, really trying to de-bottleneck the customer's process. And that we're really excited. Actually, we won an award here for Best Technologies Innovation this year at the show. Yes.
So you're discussing, efficiency gains and optimization for your customers. There's always obviously a tug of war between, that drive and compliance. I wonder if you could speak about, sort of the philosophy you bring to balancing that, and particularly with regard to oligo manufacturing, where there's some unique challenges.
Yeah, exactly. And so as I noted, we weren't trying to mess around with the actual process side. So the columns that we enhanced, we're still utilizing the same flow distribution, the same bed height adjustment, but just really focusing on those less regulated areas where it's turnover. How do you clean this thing and get it ready for the next batch? How do you recapture the media in a way that's actually helping a different form of compliance, but more EHS? So there's less hazards to the operator, less open exposure to dust from pouring in solid support, and less exposure to those hazardous chemicals in what was previously a highly manual way. Yeah.
So I know that Asahi Kasei Bioprocess has a lot of expertise in a lot of different areas, from purification, filtration, obviously. Looking forward, where do you see some of the best opportunities for optimization, and what's maybe next on your agenda in terms of products to introduce?
Yes. From fluid management side of the business, our equipment side, where I'm a part of, I think buffer formulation. So we've had inline buffer formulation systems since 2005, and really it's been slow to ingrain into the market, but it's taking off. And we've had some huge successes at major CDMOs where they've installed these buffer formulation systems basically as a utility supply. And what's exciting about that, you talked about Asahi's expertise in filtration, synthesis, purification. Well, all of those operations need buffers. And if we can find a smarter way of doing that, or a more efficient way of doing that, less waste, so there's a sustainability play there as well. That's really exciting. I think some recent things over the last few years, BPOG's efforts into making kind of an open platform buffer formulation system, skid. They're we're starting to see more market interest, and I don't think there's going to be new plants going in without an automated buffer formulation. Yeah. And then on the filtration side, we've released two really exciting products over the last 2 years. One is the S20N Planova filter, and now the FG1. And these are just addressing opportunities for improvement that have been in the market, not just in our own filters, but for a very long time. So very high flux, low flux decay, and just again, kind of looking at how can our customers make more at the same or higher quality in less time.
So just to one final question, and feel free to answer this as granular or big picture as you'd like, but I'm wondering, from your point of view, what do you see as some of the biggest challenges facing manufacturers over the next couple of years, and how do you see Asahi Kasei contributing in small or big way to helping them overcome those?
Yeah, it's coming down a lot to production capacity. How can we make more product in less time with fewer resources? And that plays into utilizing less solvent, utilizing less buffer. And so I'm really excited that Asahi is able to work on addressing those issues from an equipment side. We talked about some oligonucleotide enhancements to cut down turnover time, to reduce solvent consumption. And then also on the virus filtration side, higher fluxes, so need for less filters, less filter handling, and really enhance our customers' operations.
Well, Brian, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Yeah, thanks a lot, David. It's been a pleasure.